Hmm? What happened? No, what is your worry? Anyone who wanted to go, you are free to move. I'm not forcing anyone. It's up to you to take a call. Okay. Anyway, so now what we will do is we'll work on this cross chalks. So we want to work on the cross chalks. Cross chalk is written air part. So written air velocity, it has to be very less. You have to make sure the velocity is between 350 to 500 fpm. So shall I design it for 500 fpm? So if I design it for 500 fpm, so this is 700 cfm. So if this is 700 cfm, 700, and the duct velocity I'll consider as 500 or 450 fpm, and the duct height, say for example 16 inches supply means written also around I can make it with 16 inches, assuming it is not intersecting with your supply again. So I'm making it 16 inches. So that is 16 by 16. So if I go for 16 by 16, that is fine. If I want, I can even reduce it further to 400 fpm. 18 inches. So I wanted to draw cross talk for 18 inches. So what I'll do is I'll create one more duct for cross talk L, offset 18 inches here. Okay, I'll draw cross talk here. How to draw it? Cross talk with 18 inches. Here offset 18 inches. Offset 18 inches. Whatever the width is, the same dimension we'll take it. So again, this will also be 18 inches. Offset 18 inches. Extend this one is 18 inches. So this part you can remove it, trim this part, extend, fillet this sorry, fillet radius 0. I can extend this to limits. Okay, this is your cross talk that we have created, and internally we have to go for acoustic insulation here. So I'll just press hatch. I'll press it. So this thing, we will directly take it from this location to this location, and we will write the crosstalk size. Block CTS 18 inch. Okay. So this particular one, we can locate it from this location to this location. So basically the air will come from this, or you can rotate it in this direction. Anything is fine for us. Either internally you can place or externally. Basically you should have a passage from here to here. That's all. So I'll clearly write the rotation. This value is 18 inches by 18 inches by 16 inches. Don't you think for other cabin also have to do the same thing? So now what we're going to do is we'll select this one again. I'm going to copy from here to here. Again, I'll take it from this location. As I've told you, there is no rule as such where you want it to install. You have to make sure that there is a passage. That's all. So I can keep it inside the cabin or external to a cabin. I should have a passage from this location to this location. Retina grills we are yet to provide. I know it. That part also I do it once after total cross structure. Clear? Once this is done, now what I have to do? Every cabin expand. So now only one more cabin is like luckily same CFM I can place it here. Aram se copy. Yes, based on the CFM, your cross check. Basically, the written air velocity is important for us. So I placed it at this location. Done. And once this is done, now the last one. Whoever is not interested, you can go. You need not more. Now we have to work on the last one, which is your 400 CFM duct. So for 400 CFM, again, let me design it. So if it's a 400 CFM, velocity could be less. So if I consider 12 inches, 14 inches is also fine. So 14 by 12 inches, I can go for a cross tuck. So again, I'll go for a, I'll draw 14 inches cross tuck and offset 14 inches here, offset 14 inches here. match properties. I'm just changing it. So this one I'll make it as crosstalk damper 14 inches model. Okay. So this one, again, only thing you have to give it in these cabins. And here I'll clearly write the crosstalk size again, 14 inches by 14 inches. So this particular one is your 14 inches by 14 inches crosstalk. Sorry. Somewhere the letter might have come. Anyway, I'll write it again. So this one we will make it as 14 inches by 14 inches. Sorry, 14 inches by 12 inches. 14 inches by 12 inches. This will be a crosstalk. Function f8 at this location, match properties, and copy. Again, only thing, again I have to go for a crosstalk similarly there. So copy. I can push it over this wall because it is going to meet in. I have to push it to the common area. So again, I'll go for this block reference. I'll probably choose it at this location, or I can rotate it in this direction. So we have finished all the crosstalks as well. Clear? So we have placed all the crosstalks. Only thing that's there is grills for the retainer in the cabins. So with that, we have completed everything in this HVAC drafting. Lathe. So this is the entire project that you have designed it from morning. Clear? Now only thing that's pending is basically the retainer grills. The retainer grills generally we have to size it, but aesthetically, like if you give patch, it won't be nice. So along the length of the grid, generally we provide a grill, and we will check it whether the size is fine or not. If the size is lesser, you might have to increase. If the size is bigger, you need not worry. Clear? So let me assume this is the length of the room space. I've got it. I want to provide my grill at this location, or at this location I want to provide the grill. So what is this width of the room space? I got it 6 feet. So rectangle dimensions 6 feet by 4 inches. Sorry. Rectangle dimensions 6 feet by 4 inches. Offset 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Olden days we used to have 1-inch frame. Now everyone is giving half-inch frame, the frame part of the grill. I'll explode it. Offset 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4 inches wide grill. Now for 400 CFM, let me calculate. So if it is 400 CFM, let me assume the CFM is 400. Velocity is 500. Also 400 is also fine. 400. If the diameter is 6 inches, it is 30 inches. But don't you think 6 feet is greater than 6 feet is greater than definitely 30 inches? Yes or no? So I can definitely go ahead with this grill. I'll just provide this as like magenta color or something. Let me assume block grill. Let me assume this grill. I want to consider it here. One grill at this location, one grill probably at this location. Clear? So that will be supply is through this one and return is from that one. Let me assume same kind of blocks I want to use it everywhere. One grill at this location, one more grill. Basically I'm making it as 2 grills, let me assume. There is nothing like a distance here. On the gypsum band I'm keeping it. On the grid ceiling I'm not keeping. Why are you bothered if he asks you something? If you don't, what are you asking him? Okay, basically what we have to do is wherever the grid ceiling is there, surrounding that we have a gypsum band, right? In the gypsum band, basically we'll place it. Clear? Now let me assume this also. I'm placing it from this location to this location, and again similarly I'm locating it at this locations also in the meeting room again. Sorry, kept it somewhere over here. Copy, placing it from this location to this location. We might have to push it back forward. Okay, so we have provided all the written angles also. Clear? So what we have done it is only this part. Written air also we have to design. So this is the total thing what we have designed it from morning. Clear? Understood or not from afternoon session? Clear? So now only thing is written air is one thing that we have to really worry about. So for that what I have to design is now the total CFM is 13,500 CFM. Now don't you think you have to fit like the remaining thing as your written air path? So, and now those locations have to provide a 5 damper also. You remember? Supply and return both have to provide my 5 damper. So 13,800 CFM, let me assume this location is entirely free. This location is some part is free. This location is also some part is free. So don't you think like the remaining area I can use it for my return air? So let me assume I want to split it into 3 parts. Some CFM I'll draw it from here, some CFM from here, some CFM here. And this is a passage space. So air can aramse go in this path. Above false ceiling, I've got 4 more feet. Because beam is over here. Here I don't have any beam also there. So I can utilize the entire space. At this location, I might not be able to utilize because wherever the columns are there, generally you'll have a beams. Understood? Generally, your beam structure will be something like this. Width, what is it? I'll just show you the beam layout, how it will be there, just for you to understand 1 feet, right? Width 12 inches, 12 inches. So your one beam will be like this. Wherever the columns are there, at that location you'll have a beam. Clear? So now, and one more beam is at this location. Do you have a beam at this location? No. So don't you think the entire space you can utilize it? So what we will do is at that location we will start making it to 3. So 13,500 divided by 3 is how much? 4,000. So each bar I can make it with 4,500 CFM. So what I'll do here is I'll make it as 4,500 CFM, 4,500 CFM, and I'll design it with 500 FPM to 600 FPM also you can consider in written air near the AHU 600. Then I'll change the duct height. Height, let me assume I would like to utilize that entire space. Okay, probably 18 inches or something. In that case, I have to have 72 inches. So I have to have a width of that as 72 inches. So what I'll do is rectangle dimensions 72 by 8 inches. So this will be one written air path. This will be one written air path that I have to consider it. And here again I have to decide some probably I utilize it at this because I can't have a single one here because in between I've got it up. Again I have to split into multiple parts and I have to make sure my total like I'm basically distributing everywhere. I'll just show you. This is 1/3 of the air I'm pulling it from there. You agree? 1/3 of the air I'm able to pull it from that location. Just a sec. I'll again install it here. Okay, 1/3 of the air I've pulled it from here. And again, similarly, I have to pull it from the other part also. Copy. Here, do I have a space? No, I don't have a space. So I have to split it into half. I have to either split it into half or do anything like that. So let me assume this half, if I split it, it's 3 feet. Stretch. 3 feet, I'll make it. Rotate. To probably take 3 feet, it's exactly fitting here luckily. Again I am taking like other additional 3 feet here. It's also not fitting because wall I've got already. So I'll just see whether no, it won't fit there. It will fit at this location. So even though it's not that direction because the total air should be pumped, right? So here we have provided one, and again we have to work on this side. So this side and this side also again have to provide. Copy. Rotate, move from this location to this location, one number, copy, rotating from this number. Here also there is an issue here. So whatever the remaining area is there, I have to do it. I don't have other option. So to take it at this location. I'm reducing it by other 1 feet here. So basically all these things are my written air fire dampers. For that, it's because supply need not mention the dimension because the duct size will be your dimension. But for written air, it's mandatory for me. So I write it as how many feet we have considered? Sorry, 4500 CFM is 71. 71 is how much? 6 feet you have given, right? 72 divided by 12, if I do it, it will be 6 feet. So this will be 72 inches by 18 inches. Sorry, 18 inches is 1. 1 is 71 inches by 18 inches. And this one will be 3 feet by that value, whatever I've got it. 12 3 is how much? 36, right? 36 inches by this one is 1, and again this value is also same 36 inches, 36 by 8, and this value what I've got is, and this particular one what I've got is basically 24 by 8, 24 by 8 inches. So these are punctures with fire dampers are required. If possible, you'll connect with a small duct with acoustic insulation, because you will not use detonators in all the projects. And this entire wall has to be internally be all like the complete walls has to be internally it has to be insulated acoustically. Clear or not? So all these things is what we have to do it in a HVAC air side. Still we have other half which is water side. Today we are not doing it anywhere, don't worry. We have to place chillers on the terrace. We have to pass the piping to all the AHUs. We have to select the pump. We have to place all the valves and all. You remember chiller, theory I told you. So those all things again we have to do it. So that will complete a total HVAC. So tomorrow morning, once you come, I'll start with pump selection. Centrifugal pump, how it functions. I guess you already know it, but I don't know how much you remember it. So that's other part. So how a centrifugal pump functions, how do we basically calculate the brake horsepower or the HP requirement for a pump, and then how to calculate the pipe designing. So when I have like multiple AHUs with multiple sizes, don't think you have to really worry about the designing of the pipe. That part we will do it. Then we will cover the pump selection. So tomorrow is 9th, right? So again we'll have one more day on 10th where we will have a discussion on the total project, or like recent trends like energy, recovery wheel, all those things also we'll have a discussion. Now tomorrow morning we'll start with the VAVs once. 1 hour we'll complete the VAVs part so that air side we can finish it up. Then we have to work on fan selection on day after tomorrow again. What is the horsepower required by this fan to blow the air till the last terminal? It's not 10, it has been postponed to 12th. 10th I'll take full class. 12th only site visit will be there. That I will not take class. So directly we'll assemble here. We'll go to the site visit. We'll come back and from there we'll discuss. Clear? No, from 12 you don't have hydraulics. That they'll discuss you with the new schedule. Don't worry.